Hello there, crafty friends. It's me, Nicole, and I am here with a video all about dolls for those of my friends out there that are making dollhouses or flipping dollhouses, renovating dollhouses. I think we all have kind of the same questions as we first get into this, and that's dolls. What size? Which dolls work? Which don't? I don't know about you guys, but I have found getting into this hobby that the actual 112 or classic traditional dollhouse size is great and all, but the dolls are ugly, super ugly. Like you cannot find non weird or Victorian like dolls for 112 houses at a decent price. I mean, they exist, they're out there, but they're super, super expensive. So when we're talking affordable dolls, and I'll show you my lineup in a minute, they come in all different sizes. So you really want to know what size works furniture wise and things like that before you start planning your house. So before you can plan your house, I always say you have to choose your doll. So here are all the sizes of dolls that I like to work with. And to help us understand the scale, I've also laid out some chairs so that you can kind of see size-wise what works and what doesn't. So the first thing I want to show you is the Calico critter. So I'm super into making critter houses right now. I think they're adorable. I would say scale wise that calico critters are about a 124 in height, but they're like a 112 in width. So when making or purchasing things for a calico critter house, I would say you can go either or 124 or 112. And to show you what I mean, this is a 124 size chair, and our little critter, if I move his tail and put him here, he fits perfect in the chair. He looks cute. But he also fits really nicely in a 112 chair. The only thing is that it is a little high. So if you're really worried about accuracy, I would say that some of the 112 furnishings are too big for the calico critters and you should really stick with 124. Here's a good example. My guy in the kitchen here, this is a 112 scale kitchen. He doesn't even make it to the top. So 124 if you're making critter houses. All right, I'm going to put my guy over here. We'll keep him on camera. There we go. Now let's take a look at some good options for your classic 112 size. So we're talking pretty much all the miniatures that you can find in Hobby Lobby in the miniature section are for your standard 112 scale. I like the Chelsea dolls. They measure about 5.5 inches. This guy measures 5.5. My other favorite Chelsea doll, she measures a little bit bigger because of her hair, but the doll itself is only about 5.5 inches, and they work perfectly. I don't want them to fall over. They work perfectly in a 112 size house. They fit really nice on the chair. My only complaint is that with the Chelsea dolls, they don't have bendable knees, so they do kind of sit out a little bit like this. Let me turn them to the side so you can see. But that doesn't really matter. Even on the couch, for example, let's take a look at him on the couch so that you can really understand. Here we go. Oh, her skirt makes her a little hard to bend. Two of them fit perfectly on this 112 couch. So I love, if you're going to be using regular miniature sized or 112 sized furnishings or making your furnishings, I would suggest these Chelsea dolls as your doll. They look adorable, and why not? The only thing is they do have kind of childish faces. So if you kind of wanted to do like a nursery and things like that in your house, I don't know, but maybe I'm overthinking it. I still really love these Chelsea dolls. All right, let's put them to the side. As we move up in size, this is the Lori doll. Now, looks wise, I am obsessed with the Lori doll. I think they are absolutely beautiful. They have the inset eyes, as you can see. These are comparable to the American Girl doll. For reference, I have the mini American Girl right here. I have Molly. They are the same exact height. They're 6-inch dolls. Molly has painted eyes. She has the inset eyes, but regardless, I think they're beautiful. I tend to think the quality of the clothing and the shoes is a little bit better on the mini American Girl, but we're talking $24 for this one and $11 for this one. So you can literally get 2 Lori dolls for the price of one American Girl. They are not 112. I'm going to hold them up to a Chelsea doll so that you can see what I mean. Oh my gosh, her skirt. Okay. Although they are the same height-ish, I think it would be probably better for you to look here. They're almost the same height. She's got about an inch on this doll, maybe not, but a half an inch on this doll. In width, they're much bigger, so they don't quite perfectly work with all 112 furnishings. So in the kitchen, she works just fine. Let's move this stuff. She works just fine in the kitchen. She's actually perfect height for this 112 kitchen. But if you take a look at her in the chair, that does not work. She's too big. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of how these dolls sit. For them to sit, they kind of have to do like a wide split, which isn't my favorite. Okay, so what to do then? Because I absolutely love these dolls. And this house that I'm making right here is for the Lori doll. So with this, you kind of just have to do hybrid. Some 112 things work, other things don't. The chair does not work, so I was able to find these chairs, which are a 1/8. So they're bigger, not quite a 1/6. Here's a 1/6 chair, for an example. It's a Barbie chair. So it's somewhere in between this and this. And these chairs work perfectly for this size doll. Forgive me, my allergies are driving me crazy. All right. Last but not least, in the same scale, I would say somewhere between 112 and 1/6, we have the BJD dolls. I got this one on Temu. So I don't know why I love this doll so much. Her eyes are absolutely precious. They look just real. Her clothes are really, really nice. But the best part about these dolls is they're fully posable. They're jointed at the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, the knee, and the hip. So you really can pose them in so many different ways. Obviously, the head is not to scale with the rest of the body, but that's typical of this type of doll. It's like I describe them as like anime dolls. The hair there's so much hair on this doll. This doll was $5 on Temu. I really love her. I just don't know if I would use her in my houses. Height-wise, she works with the 112 kitchen. She's 6 inches tall. She works with my little homemade island. She works on the 1/8 size chair. I mean, maybe she could even work on a 1/6 chair, but that looks a little odd to me. But because her head is so big, I feel like you could probably get away with some 1/6 miniatures. For example, this is a 1/6 coffee pot. Okay, that was a 1/6 coffee pot. Things like that are to scale when you're looking at her. They work. All right. So that is my lineup, my review. I'm going to stand them all back up again so that you can take one last look. Like I said, the house I'm working on is a hybrid house. I've got some items in a 112 scale that work for these 6-inch dolls. The BJD, the Mini American Girl, and the Lori doll. All three of these work with the 112 kitchen and then 1/8 chairs. The table is homemade. I had to go bigger on the table because a 112 table just wasn't going to look right with these dolls. Interestingly, they also work with a 112 bed. Here is the 112 bed I have. Now, they just barely make it, but they do if you take out all of these pillows. She does, here we go, let's give her a pillow. She does fit in the 112 bed. So I think you just have to play around with sizes if you're going to DIY a dollhouse and you really want to use a nice looking doll at a cheap price, or affordable, I should say. So price wise, again, the Calico critters come in at about anywhere from $15 to $20 for a family of 4 or 5. Lori dolls, I've seen them as low as $10 on Amazon up to $20 with accessories and or furniture. The American Girl doll comes in at about $24, but it also comes with a little mini book. The Chelsea dolls range from $6 up to about $10. And the BJD dolls are anywhere from $3 up to $6. I think the most expensive I saw was $6. So these are some affordable choices if you're going to do a doll house like this. So I guess that's the end of my video. I hope you all enjoy creating and flipping doll houses. I'll give you a quick little sneak peek of the rest of my house with my mix of 112 and 1/8 furnishings. All right, y'all. Happy crafting. Bye.